What's up, everybody, and welcome to the Drew Report, week 1 of the 2011 season. I want to welcome everybody back from last year and welcome our two new members, Mike and Andrew. So I'm just going to jump right into this because we have an extra game. We have two new teams this year, so we have an extra game every week, and plus I have to get to the mailbag, obviously. So we'll start off with our stud of the week. It's Tommy Mills and his Pickle Smokers. 156 points, beating Team Punishment 156 to 89. What can I say about Tommy's team this week? Unbelievable, 156 points. Aaron Rodgers, 30 points. Darren McFadden, 15. The only person on Tommy's team that didn't have double-digit points is Brandon Pettigrew. Even Tommy's defense, the Jets' defense, had 19 points. Amazingly, Tommy didn't even start his #1 quarterback this week. He started Aaron Rodgers, who, 30 points, it's pretty good, but Cam Newton had almost 35. Tommy could have left a lot of points on the bench. So congratulations to Tommy. Chris actually had a pretty decent week, 89 points. Vic did his job, 27 points. D'Angelo Williams, 3.6 points. I just don't understand that. That's pretty awful. And I know Jonathan Stewart didn't do much either. So Carolina's not looking too good this year. Jeremy Maclin, 2 points. Ocho Cinco, basically nothing. Cedric Benson doing pretty good, though. And Chris did leave a little bit on his bench with Robert Meacham. So, thinking he can make up for it in weeks to come. But good job by Tommy. It wasn't going to beat Tommy anyway this week. And it looks like Tommy's going to have a pretty good team going forward. Next up, let's see here. Another very, very high-scoring game. It's going to be kind of a heartbreaker for Eric Plunkett. The newcomer, Mike Sims, 2 in the pink, 1 in the stink, beating Ashley's All-Pros, Eric Plunkett, 131 to 122. And for this one, it's just 2 words, Tom Brady. Tom Brady, 43 points for Sims. Had 517 passing yards, 4 touchdowns. The interception really didn't matter because he got 43 points. So when your quarterback gets 43 points, you pretty much just need to not shit the bed everywhere else. But Mike actually had a pretty sweet game other than that. The only weaknesses there were Sean Green's 3 points. Everyone else pretty much putting in. Andre Johnson getting 15, Felix Jones getting 10, Anquan Bolden getting 13. Even the Baltimore defense, 22 points. It was unbelievable effort by the Baltimore Ravens this week. I'll get to that in a little bit in the mailbag. But, I mean, you have to really give it to Eric, too. I mean, just tough luck this week. He would have beaten almost anybody but Mike. Josh Freeman doing well. Ray Rice, 27 points. Calvin Johnson, 21 points. Now that I'm looking at this team, I mean, probably not one of the better quarterbacks in Josh Freeman, but one of the best running backs in Ray Rice, one of the best wide receivers in Calvin Johnson, one of the best tight ends in Dallas Clark, who didn't do much this week because Peyton Manning's out, so that kind of lowers his status a little bit. And that Chicago defense, who, if I remember right, was doing pretty well for, I believe it was Jay last year, with 24 points. Did either of these guys even leave much on their bench? Not a whole lot. Aaron Hernandez was left on the bench for Mike. He might be doing good this year. Oh, geez Louise. Eric Plunkett left. Ryan Fitzpatrick on the bench, 32 points there. Yeah, would have been just enough. Would have been just enough to beat Mike Sims. But congratulations, Mike. Eric, too bad, but you got a good team, and you'll do better next time. Next up, we have Fuji's Donkey Punch versus Jiggas Niggas. Let's see here. How do we do? Jay, let's see. Well, Fuji first. Did pretty good. Drew Brees, 35 points. Not much out of his running backs. Chris Johnson, Ryan Grant, less than 5 points each. Percy Harvin, 2 points. But, sorry if you hear that in the background. That's my daughter. She is firmly planted on breast right now, but she's probably not getting what she wants for some reason. Philly's D, though, 17 points. This is really a week for defenses and quarterbacks, I've noticed. Rob Gronkowski, 14 points, just a sweet week for Fuji there. Jay, 22 points by Kevin Cobb, 16 with Deshaun Jackson. Not much anywhere else. Let's see how these guys' benches did. Jay looks like he could have gotten a little bit more out of Romo than he did out of Cobb. I don't know, actually almost the exact same thing. And Fuji, yeah, had some decent players on the bench, but all in all, did pretty much what he needed to do. So, good week by Fuji. Jay, I'm sure you have it. It looks like you have the people there to have a good week. Rashad Mendenhall is going to get you more than 2.5 points in most weeks, and I'm guessing Peyton Hillis might get you a little bit more than 8 on some. And Mark Ingram is going to give you more than 4. I thought he looked pretty good actually to start off, and I think he's just going to get better. Let's see here. The closest match of the week, and possibly the closest match I think I've seen since we started doing the league, is Andrew Bowman's L Champion beating Danielle's double TDs 90.1 to 89.9, winning by 0.2 points. And you know what? Danielle had the nerve to be upset about this. Danielle, I think you just could have, showed a little bit of class and just appreciated the amount of effort that Andrew put into this victory. I mean, the guy went through all the trouble to do all this research, pick his team, and come up with just a stout roster that beat you fair and square. I really don't know what your problem is with that. Andrew, congratulations on just a well-deserved victory. Your hard work has paid off, and I just want to congratulate you on that. Danielle, really just, Ben Roethlisberger killed you. 8 points. You can't get 8 points out of your quarterback and expect to win, but you got almost 90 points with having your quarterback get 8 points. So other than that, I think you're in pretty good shape. 25 from LaShawn McCoy, 12 from Hakeem Nicks, but I don't know if he's going to play next week. Des Bryant's looking pretty good. The rest of it is come see, come saw, but just solid by Andrew. No real killers on there, but everybody mostly got at least 10 points. Didn't even bother adjusting a kicker who didn't play. Just poor form there, and didn't start his best QB, and didn't start Steve Smith. So, Andrew, you pretty much made every mistake you could get, and other people picked your team, and then you didn't even start the right people, and you still won. So that's what they call beginner's luck. Maybe you'll do better a little bit next time. What else do we have here? The Lizard Kings, Dave Bowman leading La Flama Blanca, Dave McNeil, 115 to 76. Dave Bowman, 21 points. Philip Rivers, always going to give you a solid performance. AP, 10 points. Greg Jennings giving you 15. Kareem Bates-D giving you 10. David Akers, your kicker, giving you 15. Reggie Bush giving you 15. I know people gave you crap about Reggie Bush, but he seemed to be doing the job against the Patriots this week. Let's see here. McNeil, you got the points out of Stafford, which I think is going to be good for you going forward, but Ryan Matthews did a good job. He actually wasn't the problem. Vincent Jackson got a lot on San Diego. Detroit's D did decent. Other than that, Dwayne Bowe, nothing. Vincent Jackson, nothing. Mercedes Lewis, nothing. I think it'll get a little bit better. Let's see what you left on your bench. Oh yeah, you left Dustin Keller and you left Eli Manning, but you could have done a little bit better with that. You probably weren't going to beat Dave no matter what you did, but I'm sure you're going to be set up to do decent going forward. It's going to be a tough year this year. We got 12 people and we got an extra running back spot, so there really wasn't that huge pool of talent that we usually see in the draft. We really got to get creative with picking up the free agents, making trades, things like that. You can't just pick a bunch of superstars off the board anymore. You really got to get in there and make sure you're getting a team that's doing well. Whoever wins this year, it's going to be a lot more of a testament to the skill of fantasy football than just the luck of putting together the best team. And speaking of skill, we get to the last game, the dud of the week. And it's me, it's the Drew Crew, Drew Hearn, your commissioner, getting just pounded by Kevin's Lemonade and Brownies, 83 to 60. I scored 60 points this week. Just embarrassing. Kevin, I'll give it to you first because you were the winner. Matt Ryan did nothing for you. You really beat me on Houston's defense, getting you 17 points. Like I said, weak for defenses. And Matt Forte getting you 22 points. I just did nothing. I did nothing. Sam Bradford, you screwed me. 7 points. I hate you. LeGarrette Blount, 1.5 points. They only went to him like 5 times. I hate myself. He got 3 yards a run. I hate him. Roddy White, nothing. Marcus Colson, nothing. And then he's out next week. I hate him. Jermaine Gresham actually did decent for me. Pittsburgh's defense. Pittsburgh. You just think of defense, you think of Pittsburgh. Negative 3 points. Just completely screwed me. I left some points on the bench, Stevie Johnson, AJ Green, but nothing that was actually going to win me this game, and that's just pathetic. So I'll take it on the chin like a man. I was the worst person in the league this week, but congratulations to Kevin on the win. Kevin wins with 82 points. EP loses with 122. That's the name of the game. Sometimes luck's in there as well. So with that, I will conclude the game portion of the evening, and I will get right to the mailbag. So we have some questions from first Jay. 2 words: Tom Brady. How is it possible Pittsburgh gets totally shut down by Baltimore? Jay, I don't understand it myself, and obviously it hurt me the most. I don't think you're going to see a defense that's been as consistent as Pittsburgh has over the years, with a team that's pretty much stayed intact, get dominated like that against Baltimore, even though Baltimore's really not known as an offensive juggernaut. I think it's first game of the season, and aberrations happen. Hopefully, for me, we won't continue to see that going forward. Another question by Jay: do you think Week 1 is any indication of how well the JFL teams will do throughout the season? Jay, I gotta tell you, I hope not. I hope not, man, because I did horrible. And if Sam Bradford's going to be like that every week for me, and if LeGarrette Blount's going to be like that, I tell you right now that the commission isn't going to make the playoffs and not even going to be competitive. People are going to be looking forward to the week that they play me, and I just don't like that. If so, then I'm going to be looking forward to Tommy almost tripling my score every week. And that actually gets me to Dave Bowman's questions. One of them... Let's see. What do you think about the Pickle Smokers almost tripling the Drew Cruz score? Dave, I think you're an asshole. Let's see. What do you think about the 12 teams this year compared to the 10? Like I said, I welcome Andrew and Mike into the league, and I know some people are probably thinking, wow, it made the draft a lot harder when we added the extra running back, everything like that. But hey, keep in mind that your skill in staying on top of the league and understanding football is really going to be what makes the difference this year, not just who you happen to pick. So I think it makes it more competitive. I think we got a couple of new guys to share in the fun with, so I do welcome them. I think it's a good thing. And last, what impressed you most with the Legit Kings after week 1? Thank you so much. All right, Dave, I guess I'll give you your extra moment in the sun. I am impressed that you scored 115 points. I'm most impressed that you're willing to pick Phillip Rivers every year, even though you can't stand the guy. He's just money in the bank, does it for you. I think you got a pretty well-rounded team, no real weaknesses there. I got Antonio Gates, who's going to do better than that for you every week. So I think you got a pretty well-rounded, solid team. I think you're going to compete every week. I don't think you're going to have a lot of down weeks. I think with some luck, you could do some serious damage. So that's really it for everything this week. As I mentioned, make sure you're getting any questions to me that you have on Monday or Tuesday so I can include them in the mailbag. And I'll see everybody next week on the Drew Report.